of the 53rd difficult issue. So we're just talking about some illness may be caused by itself. Some illness may be transformed from other organs. So then we got another question here. Still on the book side, the illness transform through the 7 organs will cause the result of that. And the illness, it transmits to the zang organ. People will be alive. What's that mean? So basically, in this chapter, we're especially talking about the illness transmit from other zang organs. It's not caused by itself. Some conditions transmit from other organs. People will be dead. Some conditions, people will be recovered. So take a patient's life means recovered. So let's go to some detail about it to see what Nan Jing talking about. So then the explanations. The illness transmit through 7 zang organs. So that's basically transmit to the zang organ that could be controlled. So still thinking about like 5 elements, it controlled it. So follow the control circle, they transmit. And sometimes they transmit just from mom to the son. So that's we have 2 different kind of situations. One situation transmits to the control organ. One kind of situation transmitted from the mom to the son. Then we see different kind of conditions. So then they gave examples here. If the illness in the heart, we say if they transmit by control circle. So that's the heart. That's the lung. That's the liver. That's the spleen. That's Ching. So heart issue, firstly they transform to the lung. Then the lung transform to the liver. Liver transform to the spleen. Spleen transform to the kidney. And from the kidney, they should transform again, go back to the heart. So that's the way transform. So we say one zang organ, we couldn't go 2 times getting sick or illness. So if we got second time sick or illness, that will be severe kind of condition. So because the transform start from the heart, when they transform back, like they got a second injury or damage there. So that should be very severe kind of condition. So that patient will be dead. They called this kind of transforming is through seven zangs, yes, through seven zangs. But I couldn't calculate exactly 7 there. So basically, I just calculate 6 here. Like even we start from the heart and the lung and the liver and the spleen and the kidney and the 7. So that's 6. I guess, yeah, I didn't got a clear explanation here. I guess if we try to pass in the heart, go to another zang, that should be 7. But whatever the meaning here, the same zang organ, we couldn't got like twice injured. If we got twice injured, that will be very severe kind of condition. So that's we name it. Yeah, that's we name it. Like a 7 kind of zang transmission, like at the beginning we talked about. So that condition, we say they transform all of the zang organ there, then transform back. That condition is very, very severe. Maybe cause the people die. Then they talk about the transmission way from the mom to the son. Yes, from the mom to the son. So that looks like this way. Still 5 elements. Yes, still 5 elements. Still wood, liver here, heart, fair here, and the spleen, earth here, lung, metal here, and the kidney water here. Yeah, still 5 elements. But if the transmission like this order, so that kind of transmission follow the genetic transmission from mom to the son. So for example, view the illness of the heart. Then they transition to the spleen. That's the son of the heart. Then spleen transmission to the lung. View the son of the spleen. Then from lung transmission to the kidney. View mother-son's relationship in there. And then kidney transmission to the liver. View son, mother-son relationship in there. And then liver transmission back to the heart. So heart is the son of the liver. So this kind of transmission way, it happens between the son and their mom. It's like the circle, and it could be circle, circle again. It's not beginning and not end. Even they go to end, they start a new beginning. So that's basically this kind of transmission is kind of we talking about the generation. Yeah, generation. Even they go back, they generation new life. So this kind of illness is easily to treat. So that means patient will be life. So basically in this chapter here, we especially talking about transmission rate. So like if we go back the question, generally tell us if the illness transmission rate by control circle is difficult to treat. Yeah, difficult to treat. They call this condition through seven, passing 7 zangl. But if the illness transmission by generation circle like from mom to the son, this kind of illness is easily to treat. This illness is difficult to treat. So if we truly try to make two pictures together, that's basically is the same picture. We just separate to put in here, look like easily to see. But truly we can put it together like this. And that's the liver, that's the heart, that's the spleen, that's the lung, that's the kidney. So if they transmit, follow blue line in there, that's the dangerous situation, like this side. If they transmit, follow the red line in there, that kind of condition, illness is easily to treat, like this side. So that's basically tell us when we treat patients' illness, we need thinking about firstly, it's caused by the passenger evil itself. Or transmitted by others. That's the first question we need to think about. Second question is, if they transmit by others, some organs, what is the way it is transmitted? What is the way it is transmitted? They will transmit by two different ways. One is transmit by control circle. One way is transmit by generator circle. If transmit by control circle, and then we calculate how many organs they go over already. So if they go over all the 5 zang organ already, that will be very dangerous. So if they only go like from one zang organ go to another zang organ, still curatable, but still a little bit hard compared with the transmitted by generation. So if they transmit by generation circle, even they passing 5 zang organ already, still curatable. But if they transmit by the control circle, that's difficult to treat. So how we know they transmit by control circle or they transmit by the generative circle? That's exactly we talking about in last chapter. We talking about so chapter 49, which is talking about from the symptoms and the signs, then we know it transmits by which of the organs. So that's this chapter.